Hey there. Have you ever run Facebook ads but then had no idea how to track the performance? That's one reason why people think that ads don't work, because they don't really know how to do that effectively or at all. Welcome. My name is Elisa from EAM Digital Marketing, and today I'm going to discuss how you can crack the code to Facebook ad success and track like a pro. So, if you're a business owner, you know that Facebook ads are an excellent way to get your product or service in front of your target audience. But it's equally important to track and analyze the performance to ensure you're getting the best results possible. So, in this video, I will show you how to do just that, and I promise not to make it too techy and boring. Okay, so the first part is you first have to set up your tracking. So before we dive into the tracking and analyzing, let's just quickly go over the essential tools that you need to set up your tracking. So if you are doing Facebook ads, you need your Facebook pixel. Now, if you're not familiar what a Facebook pixel is, just think of it as your website's best friend. It's a piece of code that you place on your website to track your website visitors and their behavior. So what pages they go to, how long they stay on, etc. This little friend will help you understand how people interact with your website after clicking on your Facebook ad. Custom conversions. Now, Facebook already has set up your normal conversions, but sometimes you need custom ones. So another essential tool is your custom conversions, and these are specific actions on your website that you want to track. So such as purchase or a sign up. Now, those are already in there. You just need to arrange them in a way of importance. So you can set these up in the Facebook Ads Manager to see how many people are taking action on your website after clicking on your ads. And then finally, we have a UTM codes. These are little tracking codes that you add to the end of your URLs to track the source, the medium, and the campaign name of your ads. Now, these are useful to track your Facebook ad campaigns in Google Analytics. Okay, so those are the specific tracking tools that you need. Now, tracking ad performance. So I promise to make this a little more fun, not just start staring at numbers. So let's just talk about the metrics you'll want to monitor and how we can make it a little more exciting and not so boring. Okay. So the first metric you want to track is reach. Now, reach refers to the number of people who have seen your ad. So instead of just focusing on the number, let's just play a little game. So for every new person that sees your ad, do a little happy dance. Okay, trust me, it'll make tracking this a little more enjoyable. Plus, it's great exercise once you start getting more and more views. Okay, the second metric you want to track are clicks. Now, this refers to the number of times someone has clicked on your ad. So instead of just watching the number go up, let's make it a competition. So choose a friend or a team member and make a guess on how many clicks your ad will reach by the end of the day, the end of the week, whatever time frame you want. And then whoever gets the closest will win a prize. Okay, the third metric you want to track is click-through rate, or CTR. Now, CTR refers to the percentage of people who click on your ad after seeing it. So instead of just staring at the screen, willing the percentage to go up, let's make a game of it. So every time someone clicks on your ad, take a shot of espresso. But if you're not a coffee drinker, feel free to substitute with your favorite drink, non-alcoholic. Okay, so now cost per click, CPC. CPC refers to the average cost per click for your ad. So instead of just watching your budget going down, because that is the fastest way to get you all stressed out and nervous and want to give up, let's play another game. So set a goal for your CPC. And if you reach it, Treat yourself to something you've been wanting, like a new pair of shoes, fancy dinner, a massage, pedicure, whatever it is you want. So, and then again, particular time frame. So say if your cost per click gets to $2.49 within 7 days, then you can treat yourself. Okay, the fifth metric you want to track are conversions. Now, this refers to the number of people who took a specific action on your website after clicking on your ad, such as making a purchase or signing up for your newsletter. So instead of just counting the number, again, let's make it a little more fun. Choose a friend or a team member. Guess how many conversions the ad will get in a week, a month, whatever time frame you want. And whoever gets the closest wins bragging rights for the week. Okay, last metric to track, cost per conversion. Now, this refers to the average cost per conversion for your ad. So instead of just watching your budget, because again, that can stress you out, let's make it a little more interesting. Every time you get a conversion, so every time someone does the action that you've requested of them, put $1 in a jar. Once the jar is full, you can donate it to a charity of your choice or use it to treat your team or yourself to a fun activity. Okay, so now you've learned what tools you need to start tracking, and you've learned the important metrics that you need to track. So now, optimizing underperforming ads. So you don't want, you do need to let them run a few days, but you don't want underperforming ads to just run willy-nilly, because then you're just wasting your money. So let's talk about how to optimize the underperforming ads. So first of all, how to identify an underperforming ad. So you are looking for ads with low CTR, click-through rate, high CPC, which is cost per click, and a low conversion rate. So those are underperforming, okay? So you have 3 options. You can pause an underperforming ad, okay, so it doesn't waste your budget. You can test new ad variations. So create a new ad variation with different images, copy, or targeting to see what works best for your audience. Now, one caveat to that, don't change everything at once. You do one at a time, okay? So if you are going to test your image, test the image and nothing else. Everything else stays the same, okay? Once you have tested your image and found the one that works best, test your copy, okay, and so on. Okay, and then sometimes you might need to adjust your targeting. So if you're not getting the results you want, try adjusting your audience. You can target different interests, behaviors, or demographics to reach a more relevant audience. So once you publish an ad, it's not necessarily good to go straight off the bat, okay? You will need to tweak it a bit. Okay, so part 4, analyzing ad performance. So now you've optimized your underperforming ads. It's now time to analyze your ad performance to see what's working and what's not. So here are a few tips. Compare ad performance. So what you're doing is you're testing ads side by side, okay? So again, say you're testing the image. You have everything is the same, audience is the same, copy is the same, headlines the same, call to action is the same, but your image is different, okay? So look at the performance of your ads side by side to see which one is performing best, okay? So you need to identify the top performing ads by seeing which one has the highest click-through rate, CTR, the highest conversions, and the lowest CPC, which is cost per click, okay? And then use that data to make informed decisions. So once you've found that data and you've decided which one is performing the best, you then can decide if you want to increase the budget so that it feeds out more to more people faster. If an ad is underperforming but not bad enough to turn it off, try adjusting the targeting or creating another variation of the ad to see if it's just a small tweak you need to do, like changing the headline. All right, there you have it. Now you know how to track and analyze Facebook ad performance like a pro, all while having just a little bit of fun along the way because numbers can be boring. Remember to use the essential tracking tools like the Facebook Pixel, custom conversions, and UTM codes, okay? Without those, you can't track anything. All right. Now, this might sound a bit confusing if you're not a numbers person, but it really, and I am not a numbers person, but it really isn't once you get into it. It's like anything else. Once you learn how to do it the right way, you become a pro in no time. So just to let you know, I have launched a program called the Advisory Facebook Ads Coaching Program. Now, this program teaches you step by step in bite sized, easy to understand chunks how to do your own hugely successful Facebook ads so you can stay ahead of the competition, but not have to fork out thousands a month to an agency to do it for you. So, if you'd like to learn more about this program, you can email me at Elisa at eamdigitalmarketing.com and just put advisory in the subject line and I will shoot you over some information. All right, you guys have a great week and we will see you next week. Bye.